Dan Central here, and welcome to a new pickups video. Now this has been pretty cool for me because I've been doing a fair few pickups videos lately, and it's been a long time since I've even really done a pickups video at all, let alone quite a few in a short space of time. So it's really nice for me to be doing another one, because normally I either just do one and then that's it for ages, or I just don't do them. And the last time I did quite a few together was over a year ago, definitely. So yeah, it's been nice for me to actually be doing quite a few, fairly recently. So yeah, I thought I'd do another one. I'm really excited about these pickups actually. I'm really excited to show these off. Personally for me, I've wanted at least one of these pickups that I'm going to show for a long time. And without hinting too much, Shock 16 and Aidan Watkins, if you're both watching, you'll relate to this big time, because you guys know how much I've wanted this for a long time. And I just thought, you know what, I'm just going to get it. And so I did. So basically, first I'm going to show then, and basically I think Aidan Watkins already knows about this. In fact he does. And that's the new Sonic the Hedgehog 2015 official calendar from Sega. What I love about this is that a lot of it is all sort of Mega Drive era Sonic, but yet it's 2015. So I love the fact that it's like a really recent calendar, but ironically, all the pictures pretty much and stuff like that are all harping back to 16-bit era. So I'm really really quite chuffed about that. So excuse me. So there's the front cover then. Obviously, everyone will recognise that from the Mega Drive. And on the back, it gives you snippets of what each month will look like. And then what I'll do is I'll just take you through each month. I've had it up on the wall already, so I've had to take the boot tack off because I didn't want to show that because that looked quite tacky. But basically, it gives you, to start with, some 2014 dates, which is pretty cool. But obviously, we're not in 2014 anymore. But that's a pretty cool idea. I mean, if you do happen to get it early, I'm guessing they released it a little bit earlier then, you could use that. Obviously this is the current month, January, so again, really cool picture of Sonic, so that's how it looks on my wall currently, when it is on the wall. And then we move into February. I love the fact you've got like the cartoon animation at the front there, and then you've got parts of Green Hill Zone in the background. Moving on to March, really cool picture there of Amy Rose, who again you'll recognise from Sonic CD and Sonic Adventure. Now this is just awesome. Love this. Look at that. In fact, let's move that a little bit closer for the picture. There you go, there's Sonic there in Marble Zone from Sonic 1. Just been hit by a boss who's about to die. Really cool picture there of Knuckles looking chilled out. I like the animation on that actually, it's pretty cool. And then this one, love this. Look at that. Look at that. Awesome picture there of Green Hill Zone. And do you know what I love about that? It would just never happen. You'd never have Robotnik running through Green Hill Zone like that. It just wouldn't happen. And that ledge that Sonic's standing on, you wouldn't get in that part of Green Hill Zone. That's pretty much on the boss itself, when Robotnik appears in his big contraption thing and he's flying around with the ball on a chain and it's swinging, and you have two ledges, one either side, you'd have it there, but you wouldn't have it that high in that part of the level. So I love stuff like that when it's not actually meant to be there. Really cool picture there of Tails as well. This is for July. I was too busy talking about the pictures, I forgot what month we were on. Now this is really cool. This is for August, right? Now if you look at that. Green Hill Zone, but the spring just looks really different. That kind of spring wouldn't be there in Green Hill Zone. And they've taken the crab as well, which you see in Spring Yard Zone. So that's really cool. And again, just the ledge wouldn't be that high on the left hand side in the corner. You wouldn't have it that high above the tree. So I like it when Sega just kind of mess about with it and just kind of do stuff that wouldn't normally happen. September. Dr. Eggman, or Dr. Robotnik, whatever you want to call him, or whatever he wants to be called these days. And then this one, I love this one. Do you know what's even better? This is the birth. this is the month of my birthday, as I was trying to say, October. So my birthday's in October, and look what I've got for October. I've got an awesome picture there of Chemical Plant Zone from Sonic 2. One of my favourite pictures of the calendar. So really chuffed to have that in the month of my birthday. November, Sonic there running in front of Casino Night Zone from Sonic 2. I love that when they get animation like that and put it in front of level designs. And finally December, there you go, there's Green Hill Zone again. He's just gone through the turnstile. Yep. And you got the ring there, which if you get 50 rings or more, you can get to go into obviously the special stage to get a Chaos Emerald. So that is the calendar itself. I am so chuffed with this. I really, really am. In fact, there was also something else I've got to show you. Completely forgot to show you. I went straight past it. Just quickly, before we move on to the next pickup, if we just jump back to June a second. If you look, again, I was meant to show this before. Look in the bottom corner. Now, I was going to say right hand corner, but this is flipped, so it would probably be the other corner. But anyway, in the corner, can you see Tails? You see Tails there? You see how that would never, ever happen? Unless you're playing a hack or, you know, someone's messed about with a ROM and made their own version. You'd never get Tails in Green Hill Zone, and that's what was on my mug as well, that I showed in the other pickups videos. So they put Tails in Green Hill Zone, and that's just a really cool idea. I love that. So, if you haven't got this, guys, and you're a Sonic fan, I definitely recommend going to get it because it's great to have on the wall. You not only can you keep track of what day it is, but you get to see awesome pictures from the Sonic era on the Mega Drive as well as really cool animations of the characters in general that have been put there as well. For example, like Amy Rose. So really, really happy with that, and yeah, definitely worth it. I got this off Amazon. It was $9.99, but it was from Sega officially. There were other companies that were selling it for a bit cheaper, but I was just a little bit wary because it didn't have great reviews on some of them, and I just didn't want to find that the conditions really, 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 you know, tatty, and you know, it's just not worth it. And for a couple of extra quid, I don't really mind paying for it if I know it's going to come with, you know, in good condition because it's from the actual official company, and it has come in great condition, so I don't mind paying that at all. So there we go. Right, now, the creme de la creme of, I suppose I would say all pickups really, although I have had some amazing pickups recently, so maybe not all pickups, but definitely one of the ones that are up there, definitely. This came through this morning. I was going to do the calendar and then do this at another day, but then I thought, you know what, I'll hang on, be patient, wait for this to come, then I can open it on camera, and then I can show it as well as the calendar. So I thought I'd do them both together. So this came earlier on today, and I am so excited. Oh my God. And breathe. Right, calm down, Dan. So, let's open it up. I've taken the address off already, so. Oh my God. Shall I open it really slowly to keep you guys in suspense? No, I won't do that. So, oh, I have to say he's packaged it really, really well. A bit too well. It's a little bit difficult to get the... Oh. Right. The blue tack's also stuck to the package, so there we go. Try not to give it away too much yet. Oh, there it is. Do you know what? That's not bad condition considering. I can always change it with another case, I suppose. But it's not terrible at all. This is the first time I've seen this, so I'm just like... Oh, wow. This is cool. This is awesome. Why am I tearing up? For God's sake, it's only a game. Pull yourself together, Dan. Flipping hell. Oh, God's sake, it's just because I've wanted this for so long, and I've nearly got it at certain times and then haven't, and then, yeah, just never got round to it in the end, and finally bit the bullet the other day and thought I'd get it. But if you're as much of a Sonic fan as I am, it's just, yeah, it's just, to hold this in my hands finally is just so good. So, I've got It's mine, it's all mine. Sonic Jam for the Sega Saturn. I have wanted this for too long. Too long. Yeah. The only downside is I've got to work tonight, so I can't play it, really. Because by the time I settle down and put it on and everything, I'll have to leave for work. But as soon as I'm back, this is going in. I've wanted this for a long. The only thing I would say with the case is that the only thing is at the top there's just a little bit of, you know, you can see there that the sort of the front bit of the case, the plastic bit, has just sort of ripped a little bit. But I knew this wasn't going to be in immaculate condition anyway because it was from a seller. And they did state that as well. They did say it had been used, so it's nothing that they've done wrong or anything like that. They did state that it had been used, although it was still good. So I'd agree with that. It is still good, to be fair. It's not absolutely, you know, crushed or anything like that. So I am happy with that. This was just under 20 quid. It was about, I think it's about, with postage, about £18 something. Do you know what? I don't mind that at all. Maybe some of you guys out there will probably say I've paid a bit too much for it. Maybe some of you guys will say you can get it cheaper elsewhere. But I did look on eBay quickly, and the prices were pretty much the same, to be fair, if not a bit more. So in the end, I was just a bit like, do you know what? Because I was already buying some other stuff on Amazon at the time anyway, and I was able to combine the postage as well. Whereas if I bought some stuff off Amazon and then eBay, I've got to pay 2 separate postages. Whereas you can combine them as well on Amazon as well, which is really good. So I had the calendar and Sonic Jam together, and I bought also something else on my iPhone as well, a portable charger, which enables me to charge my phone on the go, so I haven't got to always be near a plug socket. So if I'm out and about and stuff and it starts to, you know, die on me, I can actually plug it into this portable device you can carry around with you, and it charges it on the go. So I put all that together in one postage. So I thought, you know what, you know, I don't buy games as often as I used to, mainly because of space and sometimes money as well. So for me, when I do buy a game, obviously not too much overboard, but I don't mind to a massive extent because I don't buy games, you know, in big quantities as much as I used to. So when I do, it's not something that really massively affects me too much. Obviously, if it was too far, I wouldn't obviously spend too much if I knew that I could get it cheaper elsewhere. But there's only a couple of quid in it, you know, I really don't mind. So it was about £18 something without looking, because I've got the email somewhere, but I've completely forgotten. But it was something like that. So regardless of price, I'm just stoked that I've even got it in my hands. You know, Shock 16 and Aidan Watkins, 2 guys that know how much I've wanted this for a long time, and been speaking to Aidan quite a bit about it, and you know, just made me want it even more. Basically, obviously a lot of you probably know what this is anyway. It's basically the main 4 Sonic games from the Mega Drive, but on the Saturn. So you've got Sonic 1, Sonic 2, Sonic 3 and Sonic and Knuckles. Aidan did tell me as well that the great thing about having Sonic 1 on the Saturn is what they did with this one is they actually put the spin dash into Sonic 1. This is what Aidan told me, so I'm looking forward to using spin dash in Sonic 1. And not only that, the creme de la creme really is Sonic Jam itself, so being able to experience this extra kind of 3D world, which I've never ever played in my life. And being a massive Sonic fan, you'd have thought that I would have played that, you know, before, but I never got a chance because I never owned Sonic Jam. I never owned a Sega Saturn until like 2 years ago. So I got my Saturn really late. So yeah, just so happy. And if I open it up, in fact, I haven't even opened it up yet. This is the first time I've ever opened it. So I could find that actually it's not in great condition at all inside. Oh. Oh, man. Oh. The reason why I went is because the CD wasn't in its little plastic thing, and there's no manual. I've got like a little Sega Saturn. Well, to be fair, I've got a little Sega Saturn, little tiny square manual, little square advert thing, which is pretty cool. Maybe it'd be easier to get a replacement manual than that, but basically this is what it was like when I opened it. And you see the plastic things up here, so the disc was just rolling around. And again, I'm not going to hold that against the seller because it could have come out during shipping. You know, it happens, you know. There you go, it's better. It happens, you know, sometimes they do come out and they do roll around, and, you know, I'm sure that when he put it in there that it was in the thing, and it must have just got, you know, bundled about during shipping and dispatching or whatever, and just fell out. But yeah, as you can see, no manual. I was hoping for a manual, but obviously not. But I've got this like little advert thing instead, which is actually pretty cool, to be fair. It's got Manx TT Superbike. I've never heard of that. On Saturn, and on the other side it's got Fighters Megamix, which that's pretty cool. It looks a little bit like Virtua Fighter. It probably is maybe it is a version of it, I don't know. But it's got Fighters Megamix on there, and then it opens up as well, which is pretty cool. Oh, and look, you've got Sonic 3D Flicky's Island in there as well, which you can get on the Saturn as well, but I probably won't get it on Saturn because I've got it on Mega Drive. So yeah, to be fair, this is pretty cool. I'm not going to complain because this is pretty cool. So it opens right out, so you've got quite a lot on there, and there as well. So that's pretty cool. Maybe I can get a replacement manual at some point. I mean, if anyone's got a copy of the Sonic Jam manual kicking about, and they don't need it, or you know, it's spare, whatever, let me know. I would love to have a copy of the manual. Yeah, no, that's fine. To be fair, I'm not going to complain because like, it's probably easier to replace the manual than it would be to get one of those. So if I can replace the manual at any point, I've got that in addition, then it's pretty cool. I'm sure it's not hard to replace the manual, but it would be probably a bit more difficult to get one of these. Or maybe it wouldn't be. Maybe you'd get this with other games. I don't know. Either way, all I know is I'm happy, and really that's all that matters. And I can't fold it back. How is it again? Oh, I don't know. I don't know how I had it now. Oh, there I do. There I do. Yeah, there you go. Cool. So, yeah, and to be fair, the CD, even though it's been rolling around, I'm not just saying this because I've got it in front of me, but actually, you probably can't see very well, no, apart from just reflections in it, there are no scratches on it at all. There are no scratches on it at all. So there's no reason why this won't work. So yeah, I never understood why you know, Sega put these cases though with the Sega Saturn games, because they're just so flimsy, and I don't understand, and they're so difficult to open. They really sort of require a lot of see, I can't even do it now. There you go, to open. So yeah, there we go. Sonic Jam. I finally got Sonic Jam. Finally got Sonic Jam, and it's all mine. And I'm just looking forward to playing through the games and seeing how they look on the Saturn as well. Yeah, really. Sonic Jam, I can't wait to go through that 3D world, because apparently you can do missions on it as well. So, yeah. Obviously, I would have rather have had Sonic Xtreme, which was the cancelled Sonic game that didn't make it to Sega Saturn in the end. So they just had to bundle this together at last ditch attempt. But, oh well, there you go. It means I haven't got to necessarily always get the Sega Mega Drive out. I can just get the Saturn out and play the Sonic games. So, there we go. Oh. Right, now while I'm here, quickly, I thought I'd show my Sega Saturn. I haven't had this, I've only had this a few years. And I've actually got a memory card in the top as well. So that's even better. But yeah, really nice condition. I got it off one of my really, really good friends, Martin Murphy, who used to run a shop in Spalding called Game Link, which unfortunately is no longer open. But he basically did a really good deal on one of these for me. Yeah, sold me a really nice condition one that works fantastically well. Perfectly. And I've also got a Sega Saturn multi-tap. Basically, it was a bit random. My brother used to know someone that owned one, and basically asked him one day if he wanted this for free. And he said, yeah, I think my brother Dan, obviously me, would really like that. So when I got my Saturn, he said, do I want this? And I was just like, well, I've got a Saturn, that's perfect. So, well, not that I know 6 people that would be willing to hook up on a Sega Saturn with me, but I've got a multi-tap. It's good because you've got 2 ports there, 2 ports there, and 2 ports there. So you can obviously extend the amount of controllers that you plug into it. So it's cool to have. But like I said, there probably isn't 6 people that I could get together to play a Saturn that would have the controllers. But hey ho, it's there anyway. And then I haven't got many games for the Sega Saturn. My collection is pretty shocking. But I do have the other Sonic game, Sonic R, with the very cheesy soundtrack, which Shocks did a very, very good rendition of on the final episode of season 1 of the Sunday Stroll. Living in the city, you know you got to survive, got to keep the dream alive. And then, there you go. Really, really nice condition this is, and there's loads of stuff. I've got so much stuff. With this, I've got like the manual, and then I've got like another Sega Saturn leaflet, which is different from the one that I showed with Sonic Jam. Then I've got like a whole like customer services like leaflet. Then I've got, it won't come out. It won't come out, and I don't want to damage it. Oh, there we go. Then I've got a leaflet advertising Sonic the Comic, and also some like a skateboard and some like skating Sonic stuff, and that's all in this box. And then this oh look, it advertises Sonic Jam on this one, right at the bottom, in the middle at the bottom. So yeah, that is awesome. All of that though in the one box is pretty decent, I have to say. So yeah, really nice condition as well. Ah, you trapped my finger in it then. So there you go, Sonic R. Then I've got Croc, Legend of the Gobbos, which I also have on PC, and I know you can get it on the PS1 as well, which I'd love to get on the PS1. It doesn't play absolutely amazingly well on the Sega Saturn, I'll be honest. I'm a bit used to playing it on the PC with the keyboard and stuff, with the arrow keys and stuff, because I grew up with it like that. But it's still not bad. I'm sure it would play a bit more smooth as well on the PS1, so I might look to get the PS1 version at some point. But even still, you know, it's good to have on the Saturn anyway, and it's cool that they did release it on the Saturn. Got a random like leaflet as well. There's not really much on there. It's just basically got instructions to load Croc if you're a little bit dumb and don't know how to put the game on. So there you go. It's Croc. Virtua Fighter 2. Don't have the case for it at all, because when I went into a shop in Lincoln to buy, I believe it was Sonic R or Croc, or it might have been both, the bloke behind the counter said to me, "Oh, you're buying Saturn games? That's awesome." And I was like, yeah, I've still got my Saturn. And he was like reminiscing with me and stuff. I was like, yeah, Saturn was really, really good back in the day. Oh, funnily enough, I think I've got another game in the back which we've not put on the shelf actually, because we didn't think anyone would really be interested. But since you bought those two, do you want to buy this as well at a reduced rate? And then he went and bought out Virtua Fighter, and he said, well, I'll knock some money off anyway because the box isn't there, and also no one else has seemed to be interested in it, but you might be. So I was like, yeah, I'll take that off you. I think it was only a couple of quid anyway, because there was no box and no one else had really shown interest. So I just ended up having it like that. But it's great because, like, you know, you just put the manual in the case with the CD, and it keeps it all together. So I don't mind that there's no box because it was so cheap. So that's cool. And then I also bought NHL 97 ice hockey. And again, as you can see, only £1, so pretty decent. So there we go. This box actually is a little bit better. It's a bit thicker than the others, and it opens easier as well. So I don't know why they couldn't have made them all like this, but yeah, a lot better case, that one. So there we go. Now, like I said, if anyone does happen to have a copy of a Sonic Jam manual, I'd love to have a copy just to slide into this case. With the game, but you know, otherwise it's fine. Again, I think if I'd have got the manual and looked to get, you know, a complete boxed one with the manual, it would have been a bit more expensive, and also I'd have been paying more in postage because it'd been on a separate website. So again, I'm not someone that's massively obsessed with having manuals as well, because I do have a fair few Mega Drive games without manuals, but because it's Sonic, it's slightly different. You know, I do like to have all the manuals with the Sonic games. So if anyone's got a copy of it that they don't need, I'd love it if you didn't need it and could just sort of send it my way. But other than that, it's all good. You know, it's great that I've even got the game anyway. So just gutted I can't play it yet because I've got to go out soon. But other than that, Sonic Jam, now have it in my possession. It's all mine. And yeah, my Sega Saturn collection, it's very, very slim. Very, very slim. But it's getting there slowly. And it's nice to have it like that on the shelf. So yeah, not a lot of games. That's the only games that I own. Obviously, the Virtua Fighter's there as well. Don't forget, it's just not got a case. But yeah, NHL, Sonic Jam, Sonic R, Croc Legend of the Gobbos, and Virtua Fighter 2. So yeah, really excited. Sonic Jam and Sonic Calendar, and I've got my Sonic mug that I showed in the other pickups video, and my Sega Saturn as well. So yeah, lots of Sega Saturn goodness in this video. So obviously it probably will appeal to Shocks and Aidan Watkins. So yeah, gonna start playing the Saturn a bit more as well. I need to get some more games, I really do. So yeah, cool stuff. Thank you very much for watching. It's been a bit of a long video as usual, but hey, that's me. What can I do? Can't. The only thing I can do is edit it afterwards slightly. But yeah, other than that, thank you very much for watching, and share your thoughts, guys. Share your thoughts on Sonic Jam. What do you think? Do you think, you know, that the Mega Drive ports on the Saturn was a good idea? Do they play better on the Saturn than they do on the Mega Drive? Is there more features in the Saturn versions that you can't get on the Mega Drive versions, apart from Spin Dash and Sonic 1? Yeah, you know, is there anything else that you know, you feel that would be interesting to share, you know, about having them on the Saturn? Obviously, it's gutting that we didn't get Sonic Xtreme, but you know, it's something, I suppose, at the end of the day. And also, what do you guys think of the 3D world that's on there? Sonic Jam itself, you know, the 3D world. I've not played it yet, can't wait to. But you know, what's it like? Is it good? Is it worth playing through? You know, is it a good addition to the game, or is it a case of if you don't get a chance to experience it, you're not missing out on much? So yeah, let me know. Share your thoughts and experiences of Sonic Jam underneath. And other than that, I'll see you guys in another video very soon. Thank you very much, and yeah, have a good one. Oh, and I've just noticed as well that on the invoice that they sent with me, where it gives you the information and kind of gives a summary of your order, it does actually say no manual. I just didn't notice that on the website. Stupid. But yeah, just looking at this now, I'm not going to show it because it's got the address on it and stuff, but basically it says, thank you for buying from us. Condition is used but good, and it comes with the disc and case but no manual, although the disc is in good condition. So he did, to be fair, he did specify no manual, I just didn't see it. So I wanted to just basically mention that as well, because yeah, it's not like I've been had over, because he's been very clear with how he's described it. I just didn't notice that little bit at the bottom. But like I said, you know, I don't mind too much. As long as I've got the disc, that's all that really matters. But if anyone does have the manual kicking around that they don't need, or they just, you know, need to get rid of, don't throw it away. Get in contact. I'd love to hear from you, and you know, I'd love it if you were willing to add it to my case so that I can put them together. So yeah, thank you very much, and I'll see you guys very soon.